how long is 60 batteries going to last when you replace them every 4 hours? Not very long at all. Alright guys, T2 out here. Today I wanted to show you guys my upgraded lights out kit. So when I was doing a review of the biolite sunlight, I mentioned how these things were a great improvement to my lights out kit. I mentioned how I was going to buy a couple extra ones and transform or downsize my current lights out kit to make it smaller. So this was my lights out kit. Flippy switch lights, pop-up lanterns, and even these big lanterns. Each of these items that were in my original kit was battery operated. This is a 5-in-1 solar powered hand crank DC batteries lantern, and this is just a basic battery lantern. This is a basic battery flippy switch light. So that meant that I had to store tons and tons of batteries. Problem with that is batteries are expensive. The problem that I ran into was that no matter how many batteries I had, when I put them in these devices, they didn't last for very long. And so to keep my house lit up for, let's say, 3 or 4 days, I was going to have to buy a big pack like this of 60 batteries just to place in a couple lanterns, just so I could have some light around my house. I wasn't a fan of that. So this was my old lights out kit, and this is my new lights out kit. Everything in this kit can be recharged via solar power. Now, I'm not some hippie, jumbo, let's save the world type person, but I believe that if I can get a couple extra hours out of light just by putting it outside during the day when I'm not even using it, yeah, I'm going to do it. And if I can downsize to something half the size of my original kit, again, I'm going to do it. So I'm going to break everything out, show it off, and kind of explain why it's in the kit. I put a phone brick in every single one of my kits, just in case I'm using my generator, just in case I run up on someone that has power. I can charge my devices and I don't have to run around trying to find one. Secondly, a lighter, just in case I want to use some candles. I've got the option. Now getting into the solar powered stuff. I have one Luminade Packlight Max. This is a solar powered or USB rechargeable lantern. It has multiple modes. It can be hung from wherever, and when not blown up, it packs down pretty flat. This also comes with a 2000 milliamp built-in battery that I can US recharge out. The second thing is, of course, the biolite sunlight. They can recharge in the sun in about 4 to 5 hours, give you up to 40 hours of light on low, charge via USB, and I have 7 of them in this kit. The third thing came over from my old lights out kit. It is a solar powered lantern. So I decided to throw it in here just because I had the extra room. It's a simple pull up lantern. It's not very bright, and it's even dimmer whenever it starts dying, but it's just another option. So this was probably going to be my last resort lantern. I'll use it if all of these other two are dead. Not great, but it's in here. The last thing is a 25,000 milliamp hour power bank, whatever you want to call it. It has 4 solar panels on it. Not my favorite battery bank, but it is my largest, and it is solar powered. According to their website, you can recharge this thing in 12 hours of the sun. Pretty impressive. Most of them take 2 to 3 days. Any extra juice that I can use on these other devices or on my phone, of course, I'm going to take it. And then, of course, some phone chargers. I've got multiple phone chargers for my wife's phone, any Android, and any USB-C. Now, the reason that I chose to go solar in my lights out kit, number one, all of these items are smaller than that big bulky lantern, so I got to downsize. Solar is slow, absolutely. 4 hours to recharge this, 6 hours to recharge that, but having 7 of these, I can set them out in the sun, and then I can use 2 this day or 3 that day or whatever, and I can rotate amongst them. The Luminade is great. I have one in my camping bag. I've got one here. This one, again, I wanted to use it so I can recharge things like this. Solar technology has came a long way in the last 5-10 years. I remember growing up, you could buy the little solar lights and they were terrible. You set that thing out in the sun all day and sun went down, it might shine light for about an hour and a half. But now you got something like this that can do 100 lumens for 4 hours, 5 hours, whatever it is, but recharge in a half of a day. I mean, that's nothing. So I got to downsize my entire kit, make it more portable, make it easier to stow, make it easier to put in a closet, easier to move around. And none of these require batteries. They can all be recharged via this little device and the cords that I have. Another thing is that my vehicle has a always on DC charger. Maybe it's a stormy day. You lose power, it's a stormy day, so you cannot recharge these things via the sun. Well, all I have to do is go outside, plug them into my truck, and then they're going to recharge by themselves. No sun necessary. Once the batteries in the big kit go dead, I'm throwing them away. And even with rechargeable batteries, they're more expensive. And once they go dead, unless you had a solar charger or a generator running, they're as useless as dead batteries are. I love downsizing. I love making things lighter weight. And I have done that with this kit. When we had the multi-day power outage due to the result of the tornado, I passed out a lot of my old lights out kit. And unfortunately, I had to provide batteries to those people because a lot of people did not have batteries in their house. Now, when half your county is out of power and everyone rushes to the store to buy batteries, you can't find batteries. How long is 60 batteries going to last when you're replacing them every 4 hours? Not very long at all. Not if you're having to run 2-3 lanterns to light up your entire house. So the solar options are far better than anything they've ever been before. Now this is my personal house kit. This kit is what me and my wife will use here. No one gets the supplies that are in this kit. Sounds a little selfish, but I want to keep the good items for me. I will not be throwing away any of the items that are in this kit. What this kit is for is to pass out to other people. So I have enough items in here that I can pass out to multiple people, multiple families, multiple households, and provide them the power supply and light supply that they need without affecting myself. I can pass out this entire kit and it never once affect my household. And I'm good with that. I'm completely fine with that. So guys, let me know what you think of the new lights out kit. Do you like that I went full solar on everything, or are you more of the battery person? If so, why are you sticking with batteries instead of internal USB rechargeable style? If you have a lights out kit, is it upgraded to meet today's standards, or are you still using flashlights with giant D-cell batteries that you can't find anymore? Let me know down in the comment section. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video. T2 out.